In this video, I'm going to show you how to take a KUD organizer that we just created and then add to this unit the student learning map. This was the KUD that we used for our rock cycle, and you can see there's our standards, S8D 111, 112, and there's our knows and our do's, and there's our big understanding. When I click on my student learning map, what you'll see is that key learning is brought right over. Key learning that I had as my big understanding becomes my key learning in my student learning map. Also, the knows and the do's, the way I edited them over in my KUD organizer, show up right here as a reference. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to type in my unit essential question. And your unit essential question is really nothing more than your key learning recrafted as a question. Then I'm going to come down below and I'm going to add my concepts. I can put adjectives there if I want to, and then my lesson essential questions and vocabulary. I'm going to start with my first concept. And this first concept really is just the rock cycle. And once I click out of there, it's going to save it. My lesson essential question, and this was an acquisition lesson, so I just keep that default as already picked. What are the and I can save and close that. If I have another question that's part of this concept, that's fine. Just keep in mind that each of your questions should denote a full lesson. Now in LFS, a lesson isn't necessarily a day, but these are the bigger questions that we ask underneath this concept. So I'm going to save and close that. And then I do have some vocabulary, and I'm just going to put a couple of words in here. For this demo, I'm not going to write the definition out, but you could put the definition here as well. I'm just going to type in a couple of words. And trust me, these may not all be perfectly aligned. I'm not a scientist, so you'll have to excuse me. So I'm putting in the concept, my lesson essential question, and some vocabulary words. Now I have two more concepts for this particular unit. The next one is OK. And then I'm going to repeat that same process. I'm going to craft a lesson essential question. And I have a couple of vocabulary words. And again, I could use I could put the definitions in here as well. And we'll close that. And then I have a final concept, and this is and a lesson essential question. And again, I would type in my vocabulary words. In this case, I'll just do my big headers. Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. And you can add the definitions to all of those. And having all of the standards as I edited them over here is a nice way to do a real quick cross-check to make sure I've covered everything in each of my concepts. And that's how you use the toolbox to create a student learning map once you've already created the KUD organizer.